The longer term journey is one where you recognize that all of these egoic conditions around you are false, right? All of this identity is ultimately something that you realize doesn't matter, but you can't get there without all of the work along the way, right? So that's kind of jumping to the conclusion. But for a recently exited founder, you have to go through this process and you have to have these struggles around identity. And there probably is going to be a little bit of thrashing. The things that were most helpful to me along the way, which I eventually figured out, was just doing deep inner work and reprogramming a lot of the patterns and provisional identities and ways that I was being told, who I was by society. That took a lot of deep reprogramming, which is not an intellectual thing. And I think entrepreneurs tend to rely on the mind as the mechanism for getting out of a situation that they're in that can serve them really well. At the same time that the identity of a CEO can serve them really well to succeed in the world and give them drive. But the loss of a company and or a role inside that company, or both, will prompt a lot of pain, and that pain is going to hopefully drive a series of deeper investigations into self that will create the sense of peace over the long run. In other words, entrepreneurs over-identify with their companies, and that can be good for the motivation it creates, for the fuel and the fire, and for them to create something out of nothing. However, those same strengths that got them to where they are, in their 20s and 30s, start to become the baggage that creates a lot of pain later, especially after you've had an economic event like that.